What's up, Hardwood Nation? We're your online hosts, Nick Komjati and Blaine Carragher.
Well, we had a lot of action in the TVC tonight, so let's just get it rolling.
All right, first up, we are joined in studio by Athens reporter Brendan Margolis, here to break down the Athens Bulldogs win over the Meigs Marauders tonight. Brendan, take us through this one.
The Bulldogs pulled out the 63-31 victory over the Marauders tonight. You know how they did it? Boards and passing. The Lormans combined for 25 points, but the highlight of the night had to be Ray Johnson Jr. hitting the game-ending three, leaving both teams on a high note. Meigs was needing some extra scoring tonight with the absence of Caleb Sheets. When Coach Dave Kite was asked about the absence of Caleb Sheets, he said he is no longer on the team and declined to comment any further.
All right, that's certainly a loss for Meigs, but really fun moment at the end of the game there. Thanks, Brendan.
Well, I'm now joined here with Andrew Hines here to talk a little TVC Hocking basketball. So tonight, Fed Hawk, they took down Waterford 54-45. So now, Andrew, walk me through how this game went down.
Both teams were a little bit sloppy in the beginning, but both picked it up big time in the second half. Fed Hawk actually had a very good second quarter, but overall, good. Fed Hawk finished 7 of 13 from three-point range and had 23 rebounds, but they did commit 20 turnovers. Pete Crum finished with 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals, while Alfie Nichols finished with 13 points and 6 rebounds. Waterford actually only committed 7 turnovers, and they also had 21 rebounds. And that's actually Fed Hawk's 5th straight victory, so they're looking forward to the TVC Hocking for the rest of the season.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to seeing where that Fed Hawk team goes. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Now I'm joined in studio by Eastern reporter Caleb Carter, here to break down Eastern's game against Miller tonight, where the Eastern Eagles picked up their very first win of the season. Caleb, how did they do it?
Well, Nick, they were 0-13 coming into the contest tonight. Coach Jeremy Hill was talking about how this could be their first win tonight, and Christian Spielman scored 26 points on the way Eastern's 80-75 victory. It was really a team effort. They played really hard the entire night, hustled loose balls on the floor all night. They got out to a really quick start, scoring 24 points in the first quarter, but the thing slowed down kind of in the second and third. In the fourth, they held off Miller, even though 2 guys scored over 24 points for Miller. So great all-around performance by Eastern to fend off the Falcons. Really a hard-fought game and some revenge for a team that lost by 36 last time they played Miller.
Yeah, so Eastern now in the win column, 1-13. Thanks a lot, Caleb.
Well, I'm now joined with Megan Stamper to talk some Benton County basketball. So tonight, the Benton County Vikings took down the Alexander Spartans 39-36. So this was a really close matchup. How did the Vikings take this one away, Megan?
Well, this was the second matchup in a row for these two teams. The first matchup, Benton County came away with the win at home 57-33 over the Spartans, but this one was a little bit different. Benton County started off slow, only scoring 5 points in the first quarter, but they managed to turn it around. But because of the foul trouble between these two teams, it really kept the game close. It came down to the final minutes of the game in an intense battle, and each team was trading baskets back and forth, and it got so intense that 3 players fouled out, including Chris Wingent of Alexander and Kyle Howard and Jordan Albright of the Vikings. After key free throws by Alex Owings, Kyle Slopko was able to make the game-defining three-pointer in the corner to put the Vikings away from the game.
Wow, so I'm looking forward to seeing what these Vikings can do for the rest of the season. Thanks a lot, Megan.
All right, and last but not least, I'm joined in studio by Nelsonville-York reporter Michael Somrag. He's going to break down Nelsonville-York's big win tonight over the Wellston Rockets. Michael, break it down for us.
Well, Nick, Nelsonville-York really came out of the gate strong. They led the whole entire game as they went 80-53 tonight. You know, a big star of the game, I would have to say, is senior Josh Fayette. He totaled 14 points, 7 assists, added a couple of rebounds. He really found his big man down low, Colt Adams, Cannon Kilbarger, as they would combine for 29 points and 12 rebounds. You know, Wellston tried to get some offense going. Sophomore Chaz Davis would add 13 points, hit a couple of threes in the second half, try and spark that offense, but it would not be enough as Nelsonville-York just ran away with it, and they had a lot of fun tonight.
Strong conference win for Nelsonville. They move to 8-6 on the season now. Thanks a lot, Michael. Well, that's all the action we have for you tonight, but be sure to tune in to WOUB on Sunday night at 11 to catch the 3rd episode of Hardwood Heroes.
Now for Nick Komjati, I'm Blaine Carragher, reminding you to be heroic.